Hello. It's good to see you. Today we are back with my favorite coloring book. I love this one. I've bought multiple copies of it. You can get these on Amazon. They don't sponsor me. I just really like this mandala coloring book. And what I do sometimes when I get home, well, here lately, by the time I get up here to my room, it's like 9 o'clock at night and I don't have time to do anything except get a video done and take a shower and go to bed. But back in the dim and distant past, when I had more time, I would sit for a few minutes with my Sharpie markers and I would color these pictures in here. Well, let me show you this one. This one is really cool. You have a little color test page and then it goes right into the images. This one here, I love this one because it's so tiny and I use a very fine point little colored Sharpie marker to do these. I love this one because it takes a while to do, but I think this is one of my favorites. Anyway, we're not using markers today. No. We are using these cool eyeshadow palettes. I got these at Dollar Tree, which is crazy. This one feels like it's got plastic on it. Look at these. I got these for $1.25 each. So I got this one here. This one's nice. It has these 4 colors. Now these are not going to show up very much on the picture, but I just had to show you this. Isn't this pretty? Look at these colors. Moonstone, champagne, rose quartz, and ultraviolet. We might use this one, this ultraviolet. Isn't that cool? This was only $1.25. Color Story Light FX. So yeah, this was only $1. I just cannot get over it as $1.25. So we have that one. And then I bought this one. This was also at Dollar Tree. And this wasn't part of their $3 or $5 stuff. These were $1.20. I know I keep saying that. I'm just amazed. $1.25 for this. No, this one is from Trend Beauty. Summer Vibes. Wonder what these colors look like. It's not tested on animals. Discontinue use if irritation occurs. So it comes in this little sleeve right here. Look at this. Look how pretty these colors are. So we have a little plastic sleeve. It has a mirror. We have Bali, Sunset, Hibiscus, Mai Tai, Sunrise. That's a dark sunrise. Peachy, Breezy, Sunburn. If your sunburn is green, maybe that's the aloe. Yeah, I don't really understand some of these color names, but we won't worry about that. I think my favorite is Hibiscus, this really pretty blue, but I like this green too. This is Breezy. These 4 are matte. These are, I don't know what you call that, satin, semi-gloss. They're a little bit sparkly, just a little bit. So this one is from Trend Beauty. Summer Vibes. If you have a Dollar Tree near you, you might be able to find these or other eyeshadow palettes. This one I love. Look, it's got a little Volkswagen buzz. If you saw my soap organization video Sunday, you saw these two. I actually went back the next day and bought these because I totally forgot. I just went off and left and I didn't get any, and I got home and I thought, oh gosh, I meant to get those eyeshadow palettes. but it was already kind of late when I realized it, and then so I just went back up there the next morning when they opened and bought them, and then I also found this one while I was there. So I was looking at the colors. I thought it's not really, these colors won't really show up that much, but I'm going to get it anyway because I may actually use this myself. So get that one while I'm at it. So this one is from Italia Deluxe. Love, Peace, and Groovy Shades. And it's this little, look at that little bus. Very cute. Now wait till you see these colors. Oh my gosh. These are so cool. This one has a little sleeve too. The letters are kind of shiny. Okay. Wait till you see this. Oh man, look at that. I saw that. I said, oh, that is perfect. It has plastic on it that does not. Oh, it's taped on there. I'm going to have to get that off. I said, these would be perfect if we were coloring something. Oh man. And they have these 60s kind of names like Lennon, Frisco, Hendrix, Janis, Warhol, Peace, Love, Rock and Roll, Morrison, Woodstock, Hippie, and Tie-Dye. I love it. I absolutely love it. So we have this little bit of cellophane that's taped on here. I'm going to remove that, and then I will show you the picture that we're going to do. But I'm really thinking we have some great color opportunities with these two palettes. And I don't want this one to feel left out. We could at least try to use this ultraviolet one here. The plastic on here appears to be taped on too, so I'm going to remove that. But I'm going to go ahead and remove the plastic from here, and then I will show you the picture that we're going to color. I've removed the plastic from these. You can really see these better now. Look at that. Man, those colors are so cool. Now I will say that in my everyday life, I don't really know that I would use any of these. It would have to be a very special occasion. I was thinking though, these would be perfect for this festival that comes through every year in May. It's called Hippie Fest. And they make a stop in Salisbury, North Carolina. It's where they have all this groovy, hippie, 60s kind of stuff, Volkswagen buses and all kinds of cool things. This would be absolutely perfect for that, but I haven't been to that in several years. But if I were going to Hippie Fest, I would totally do myself up with that. Actually, the picture for my thumbnail for this channel was one that I took when I was all dressed up to go to Hippie Fest several years ago. Like quite a number of years ago now. This would have been perfect for that. Gosh, I don't even know what I would do. You have a lot of options here. I mean, you could do a lot with that if you were doing up your eyeshadow. Man, you could do a lot. Well, we're going to try these out and at least see how they look on a piece of paper. Of course, keeping in mind, putting eyeshadow on a piece of paper isn't exactly like putting it on your eyelid. It's not going to be exactly the same. These look dull now compared to the hippie, the groovy shades. They're not though, they're still pretty. I love that blue. That's so nice. So I got all three of these here for $4. $4 is so crazy. Okay. So I'm going to show you our picture and what we're going to be using. I still think it's funny, this coloring book. It has this little seal. It's absolutely nothing. It's like a flattened bottle cap. But they always have this little seal like it won some sort of award, but it totally didn't. Anyway, it just makes me laugh. So we have, there's a picture in here. So we have this one, which I really liked, but it's a little small. But then I remembered that there was a bigger one on back in the back, near the back of this book. So I tore it out. The pages are not perforated, so you have to just rip it out like a wild animal and just hope you don't mess up the picture. I went digging through some of my cosmetic stuff, and I found these little brushes here that we could use. I have one here from Elf, one from Color Mates, and another Elf little small angled brush. We could maybe apply some with those. And I found these in there too. These have just little foam pads, and I love how colorful they are, so they're kind of like that hippie eyeshadow palette. These are pretty. It's like a big book of matches, actually. It's like a matchbook. We have blue and purple and green and yellow and orange and pink. I had more, but these are the ones that I have left. So we can use these for our colors. And actually what you can do is you can take these little things and use one side for a color. Oh no. Are these things coming apart? These are very old, actually. These may not work. They are deteriorating as I do this. Are they all like that? Oh, that won't work. Hey, check this out. So when I rub these on the paper, look what happens. The foam rubber is coming apart. Well, that is not cool. Okay, so maybe I will admit these are very old, but I thought this would be a good way to use them, but not if they're coming apart. Yeah, that's not cool. So unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to have to use, some Q-tips anyway. So let me go grab some Q-tips and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with some Q-tips. We do still have these brushes. We can still use these. That's a nice brush there. These are just some I had in a Sassabee with some random cosmetics. Okay. I love this design. I just love these shapes. So we have these different shapes in sections. This almost looks like a little heart, and this looks like a heart. Up here we have this one, this one, this one, and this one. So we can pick some colors. Do we have red? I bet we do. I want to look at this. Do we have red eyeshadow? Oh, we do. We have Morrison. That's kind of red. So we could do the hearts in red. I like the yellow. That's Warhol. Green. Look at that pink. Oh my gosh. Oh, this purple is so pretty. Well, let's try the other ones first. We're going to save this for last. Okay. Let's look at Poor Little Light FX. Now, if I were actually using eyeshadow in real life, I would be all about this palette right here. This is more my speed. This is more like what I would actually use in real life. Seriously, it is. Let's try this little brush with ultraviolet. We have ultraviolet. We will do this part right here. Is it going to show? Not really. See, it doesn't really show. I'm going to put some on the back of my hand just to see. Now when you put it on, you can definitely see that it has a shine to it. So you're going to get some shine from it. That's nice. I think these are going to be too light and too subtle for what we're trying to do. Like if I come in here with champagne, same thing. You really can't see it at all. Moonstone, rose quartz, champagne, ultraviolet. So yeah, maybe this won't work for what we're doing today, but I'm going to try it. I will wear this tomorrow. I don't have my outfit picked out for tomorrow yet. I will base it on this right here, like I'm really kind of leaning toward this color here, the ultraviolet. Maybe wearing that. The little bit of the moonstone, like these two together. So I will try to find something to wear that would kind of go with that. These two colors, especially that one. So we won't worry about the light effects right now. I could use that again. Yeah, get my finger shiny. Okay, let's look at summer vibes from Trend Beauty. Alright. These are pretty. These are nice. I kind of feel like I want to try one of the Q-tips though. Because see, I'm thinking with the brush, except maybe this one, I don't know if it's grabbing enough of the color. Let's try the angled brush in Sunrise. This is a beautiful brown. Oh, I like it. Now I would wear this. Actually, you know what I would wear? I don't know if I'd wear the peachy. I don't know how that would look on me. But the Sunrise and the other ones too. Maybe not these two, but the others. Oh yeah, I'd totally wear that. Okay, I really don't need any eyeshadow palettes. I already have 2 or 3 downstairs with my makeup that I wear. The colors, you know, from those, so I don't really need another one. But that's okay. Well, where should I put the brown? Let's do it on these teardrop shapes. The angled brush is nice. Gives you a little bit more control. It's a little crumbly, a little crummy. Makes little crumbles, you know, little crumbs. But again, it's very different when you're applying it here as opposed to on your eyelids, on your face, and wherever you put it on. It's going to be a little different, but you can see that. It's subtle, but I bet it's buildable. I bet you can come in and add more and make it darker. You have to keep blowing the crumbs away. It is kind of crumbly. Can you see that? Can you see it? Little crumbles. This color's name is Sunrise. Sunrise. See, I figured that would be Sunrise. It's a little lighter. I don't know. Anyway. So that's Sunrise. We'll come on around with that. Very crumbly. Oh my word. It was only $1.25. I can't complain. Did I mention this was only $1.25? It was only $1.25. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I like it. I've been dealing with a really bad migraine since yesterday, actually. It's day 2 of this headache. I'm feeling better. I had to come straight home after work and lie down for a little bit. I'm working with my doctor to try to find a prescription that works for me. I haven't found one yet, but we're still working on it. I've been dealing with these headaches now for over 20 years, but they do seem to be getting worse, so that's why I finally talked to a doctor about it. Try to find something that works better than over-the-counter stuff. I feel fine now, because I came home and slept for a little bit, and that always helps. I drank some water and took a nap and I do feel better. So there we have our Sunrise. Nice. I love that brown. That is really pretty. So there's that. Alright. I could clean these brushes, but I'm not going to. What about Bali or Bali or however you want to say it? Now this one is a pretty color. It's kind of like a wine color, a burgundy. Pretty. Let's do these middle parts. Ooh. Ooh, I like it. I'm going to to try the Light FX palette tomorrow. And then maybe Thursday I can play with this one. And then maybe Friday, if I'm feeling funky, I can try the Groovy brightly colored palette. I'll put together a little hippie outfit to go with it. I do sometimes dress a little funky on Fridays for work. I think people get a kick out of my outfits. Actually, on Fridays, a lot of people work from home, so I kind of have the place to myself sometimes. Some Fridays, I feel like I'm the only one there. So I'm just walking around being funky and enjoying it by myself. It's like nobody there. It's like a ghost town. It's kind of nice. You know, if you're an introvert, it's really nice. People will come walking around and go, "Oh, aren't you lonely over here?" Like, are you kidding? I look forward to this day all week. I'm over here by myself. I'm loving it. And it gets a little people-y around there sometimes. I like it when it's nice and quiet. I can concentrate on my work without anybody interrupting me. Not in person anyway. They can still call and email. Okay. Now when you look at it on here, it's interesting. So you have Sunset, which is brown. This on here looks burgundy, but if you look at it on here, it's more like a rust color. Again, obviously on your skin it's going to look very different than it does on a piece of paper. It's kind of interesting how it looks. Yeah, this eyeshadow is very, very crumbly. Lots of crumbs. Now I have heard, well, I don't know how well it would work. You could spray some hairspray on it, but that's not really going to do anything except for the very top surface. Once you get below that, it's not really going to hold anything together. I don't have any one particular brand of eyeshadow that I like better. Right now downstairs, what do I have? I have some Laura Geller eyeshadow, LA Colors, and Goddess, I believe. LA Colors, some of their eyeshadow is actually pretty decent. I like it. They have these palettes that you can get and they're like $5 and they're really good. I've been using them for years. I still like them. I don't wear a ton of eyeshadow, really. I just want a little bit of color. I don't really go for anything dramatic most days. It's pretty tame. And usually I'm kind of in a hurry when I'm putting on my makeup, so I'm not really that worried about it. Just kind of slap some stuff on my face and dash out the door. Because my makeup, a lot of times I do it in stages. I will do foundation and then I have to go get a cat something or take the trash out or put some clothes in the dryer, and then I'll come back and put on some eyeliner and mascara, and then I will put some stuff in the car, and then I'll come back and wake up a kid and tell them to brush their teeth. And just my 15-year-old, my 20-year-old fortunately does this. I don't have to tell him anything, so that's good. He takes care of himself. Anyway, I do it in stages, and sometimes I forget to finish putting on my makeup, and I'll just leave, and I'll get to work later and look in the mirror. I'll go in the bathroom, I'll look in the mirror like, I didn't put on really any eyeshadow or anything, did I? Oh well, whatever. I'm here, that's all that matters. Nice. So we're getting a little bit of color on here. I think when we get to that hippie palette, it's going to really pop. I am not liking this brush very much. Okay, so there's Bally going around. I want to try hibiscus, and I'm going to try a Q-tip for the hibiscus, this blue one. I like this one. I want to see how it looks. Maybe it'll be less crumbly if I use a Q-tip as opposed to a little brush. There's hibiscus. You can see that color. And where do we want to try it? We'll try it in this little inner part right here. Oh, I think the Q-tips work better. That's pretty. It has a little bit of a pearly sheen to it. Ooh. That is pretty. I like that. Oh, yeah. It's less crumbly if you, well, not really. I mean, the crumbs are just sitting there. It's not less crumbly at all. Never mind. So there's the blue. I'll put a little more right here. My 15-year-old got to drive a manual transmission car last weekend for the first time. He did great. He did really well. I took him out to this big empty parking lot, and he has his learner's permit, and he wanted to try it. He'd never driven a stick shift before. He did great. He did wonderfully. He only choked it down one time, and he zoomed around the parking lot multiple times, but he ultimately decided that he did not like driving a manual. He wanted to go back to an automatic. I've been driving manuals forever, but yeah, he said he preferred the automatic. All right, now what about breezy? This one's pretty. Breezy. Get a little breezy. Kind of green. Like a greenish color. So this blue is hibiscus and this green is breezy. Where do we want to put it? We'll put it in here. Yeah, it's a little bit more green. It's like a teal color. I like it. Yeah, I'm going to try this eyeshadow palette. Not tomorrow, because tomorrow is Light FX. That first palette that we tried. I'm going to do that one tomorrow. And then Thursday I will do something with this one. I don't know what. It will probably have something to do with one of these two colors right here. So that is breezy. It's got a little bit of a shine to it. Kind of subtle. What about peachy over here? Peachy. So this is a matte color. It's kind of a brick color. I'll do these little shapes. Oh, wow. This has some nice color to it. These Q-tips are not the best applicators I've ever seen. It's just a Q-tip. Alright. Sunburn, I'm just going to swatch this one over here. I want to see how this looks. It's like a moss green color. Maybe that's supposed to look like the aloe after sun stuff. I'll show you sunburn. So here's sunburn. It's got a nice little bit of shine to it. That's not bad at all. So that's not all of these, but I'm really eager to get onto the groovy shades over there. But yeah, I'll try this one myself. I really like these two right here. This one's not bad too. I like that. And that. I might play around with it a little bit. So those are the summer vibes from Trend Beauty. Alright, now we're moving on to this one. This one makes me happy. Just look at these pretty colors. That is so much fun. You know, it's a cloudy, dreary day. I would probably get this out and just look at it. It's so pretty. I don't even know where to start. Maybe we should just start up here and work our way down. How about that? I have this one brush left. But honestly, I think I like the Q-tips better. Alright. So up here we have this kind of a teal color. It's called linen, like John Lennon. So got a little bit of that on there. Look at that. Okay. What should we do? How about, because I'm going to run out of stuff to color, because we have this outer part, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're not going to have enough different things unless we just do certain parts. Well, anyway, we'll figure it out. If I need another picture, I'll just take another one out of there and we'll color a little bit more of another picture. That's okay. Here's linen. This one is a little bit crumbly, a little bit crummy, but I do like the color. They have other palettes too. You just kind of have to go in and look occasionally and grab them when you see them. Because I've made the mistake before, not just with eyeshadow palettes, but when you go into Dollar Tree, if you see something that looks cool, don't think it'll still be there when you go back, because it may not be. Because whatever they have is what they have. They may not put out more. So I've learned the hard way. If you see something in there that you think you might want to go ahead and grab it, because when you go back, they may all be gone. So you kind of have to decide then, when you see it, whether you want it or not. That's why when I saw these, I thought you better get them now, because they may not be here later, and they may not get any more. So they had some eyeshadow palettes with a Sesame Street theme in the past, but I wasn't really interested, so I didn't get one. Sometimes I just look at stuff and think, let somebody else find that treasure. Let somebody else enjoy that. They had all kinds of Sesame Street themed cosmetics, like lip balm, eyeshadow. I think there was a blush, maybe. I don't know. But they had this Sesame Street theme. That's pretty cool. This is a nice color. I actually like it. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. It's very dark on the Q-tip. So there we have linen going around. Frisco is kind of an orange, like a reddish orange color. This is more red down here. Frisco, see that? Frisco, let's come in here. It's like a coral color. Oh, it looks good next to that teal. So here we have Frisco. Nice. I gotta get some more eyeshadow applicators. It's one of those things that I never think to buy until I'm using them, and I think, ooh, I need to get some more of these. And then I forget again. It's like windshield wiper blades for my car. I don't think about it until it's raining. You really need to replace these wiper blades. And then it stops raining and I forget again. So I found if I just put a reminder on my phone, on the calendar, get wiper blades, then it pops up and I remember to go get wiper blades and put them on my car. You know, you can put on your own wiper blades. You totally can. If you want an ego boost or a confidence boost, put on your own wiper blades. You could do it. It's not hard. I've been doing it for years. You don't have to pay somebody to do that. It's very easy. It's very simple. Okay. Yeah, if you go into a store, you can go to an auto parts store or Walmart. They have this little section where they have wiper blades. Now they're all different sizes, so you have to figure out what size blades you need. You are probably going to need 2 different sizes because if you've ever looked at your wiper blades, they are probably not both the same size. They might be the same size, but then again, they may not be. Mine are 2 different sizes. One is longer than the other. So you just have to look up. They'll have these little books, these little flip books. Just look up the make and model of your car and the trim, and it will tell you what blades you need, different brands, and they will give you the little model number or part number or whatever for the different brands of blades depending on the brand you want to purchase. You can look it up. And the instructions actually to swap out your blades are right there on the packaging if you need it. Or you can look them up online. You can watch videos on how to do it. And it may be a little bit different for your car. You know, every car is a little different. Like my younger son has a Mercury Grand Marquis. And to put his blades on, it's a slightly different procedure than it is for my car. But we did it. We got them swapped out. Alright, we put that down. So now we have Frisco going around here. Just like that. I expected it to be a little bit more vibrant, but that's okay. Hendrix is like a mustard yellow. Hendrix. We will go around these with Hendrix. There we go. Very nice. Reminds me of sunflowers. These Q-tips are working pretty well. Get that little bitty part right there. Nice. Hendrix going around. I do have a lot of crumbs. That's okay. It's a nice yellow, but I'm kind of looking forward to the brighter yellow. Of course, it may actually not show up as much as this one does on the paper because it is lighter. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, let's get this side. This is the last little bit. I didn't get that right there. Or that. Okay. There. So, there we have Hendrix. Right next to Hendrix, we have Janice. This purple right here. Now, I wanted to do this part in red, so I'm hanging on to that. Janice is purple. Let's get the outer part here. Ooh, that is a pretty color. That is pretty good. Purple. Yeah, it looks really dark on the palette. But see, that's good though, because when you're applying this to your eyeshadow, to your eyelids, you can make it as dark as you want, because you can come back over it more than once if you want and make it darker. It is totally up to you. Make it as dark as you like, or as light as you like. There. Janice. Alright, Janice. Then we go on to Warhol. Now this one is going to be fairly light, I imagine. This yellow. It's like a lemon yellow. Oh, I didn't get that right there. Warhol, we're going to do that up here on these parts. Ooh, it's like a highlighter. Pretty. So this is Warhol. I'm going to smear a little bit of blue in there somehow. Warhol. Alright. Peace. Ooh, I like that green. Look at that pretty green. It's like a Kermit the Frog green. Ooh. Would that be a Kelly green? Or more of an emerald? Would emerald green, do you think that would be darker than this? I don't know all my greens. I don't know. We'll do this part in peace. Peace, you're looking nice. Okay, peace. Okay, peace. I do like that. I'm not one for green eyeshadow like that, but this is pretty cool. Alright, so there's peace. My cat Marty is outside of the door, and every now and then he'll come up here and he meows, and it sounds like he's saying hello, and it's really kind of creepy. Because sometimes he will come up here at 3 a.m. and he will stand outside of my door and he meows, and it sounds like he's saying hello, hello. It's weird. Alright. He's cute, but at 3 a.m. it's not very cute because I'm trying to sleep. Alright, we have Love, which is this pink right here. Let's do these little shapes in Love. It's like Pepto-Bismol color. That's okay, there's a time and place for everything, even Pepto-Bismol. Alright. Okay, that's pretty. I like the pink there with the, so that's Janice and Love together. Rock and Roll is not terribly different from Frisco. It's actually pretty close. Rock and Roll. So it's probably going to look like that, I would think. I'm just going to go over this part so we can use it. I know I put some of that light effects on there, but you can't see it. This you can actually see. Yeah, it just looks basically the same as Frisco. It's really not all that different. Alright, then we have Morrison, and I said I was going to do the hearts in Morrison. Right here, this nice color. I like it. Let's see how it looks. Ooh, red hearts. There we go. There's one. Do another one. Hey, that's nice. Yep, got red there. Woodstock. We may have enough to do all of this. So we have woodstock. That's just a nice, kind of a lighter color. I don't know if you would call that pink or salmon. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. We could fill in this little bit here around the edge with woodstock. Like that. Okay. I wanted to use hippie in here because it's so dark, or it looks dark, this darker blue. Got little crumbs everywhere. Hippie. Let's see if we can fill in this part with hippie. Okay. I'm trying not to get it all over the place. There's that. What about that middle part? See, I'm going to take tie-dye and I'm going to go around and do this. But I've got to figure out what to put there. Alright, tie-dye, it's time for you to do your thing. I was just trying to think, do I own any tie-dye clothes? I have a couple of articles of tie-dyed clothing. I don't have much, actually. I had more when I was younger, but I've gotten rid of most of it at this point. Because I just never really wore it that much, so it's kind of fallen by the wayside and went on to be donated or given away. I consider myself to be an anti-pack rat because I grew up with pack rats. So anything I don't need finds a new home. I will give it away or donate it or whatever. I do not keep stuff that I don't use because I had to grow up with pack rats and I hate clutter. I hate clutter so much because I had to grow up surrounded by it and I just hated it. Our house was so cluttered, I couldn't stand it. So, when I had my own place, I just decided it wasn't going to be like that because I can't stand all that mess. Tripping over stuff you don't even use. Having to find somewhere to put everything. Yeah, no thank you. So I'm an anti-pack rat. I get rid of stuff. I love to get rid of stuff. So, if I have clothes that I haven't worn in a couple of years, yeah, usually I will do a little clean out and it will go away. I will give it away or donate it or whatever, but it goes. I'll deal with it. kind of blending in with this teal over here. I was hoping it would be a little darker, but that's okay. Yeah, the prevailing theme when I was growing up was don't get rid of that. You might need that someday. That's a good one. Don't get rid of it. I mean, I get that, but you can take it too far. Seriously. That's how you end up on Hoarders. Okay. And we lived in this small mobile home. Like, we didn't have a lot of room anyway. So we really didn't have a lot of room for extra stuff. You know, I had some slides. My dad had this big box of old slides, pictures that he took mostly back in the 60s. And as a little gift for him, I had them all converted to digital files, and then I had prints made of all the pictures, and I put them all in a big photo album for him, and I'm going to take it up there to him so he can sit and look through it. He'll be 85 this summer, and I thought he would like to be able to look at these pictures without having to have a slide projector. And he doesn't do digital stuff. No, he wants like a hard copy of the pictures to look at in an album. That's what he likes. So I had copies printed, like 4x6 copies, and I put them all, there were over 500 pictures. I put them all in this big photo album, and I sorted them by topic, like different pictures here and there. And I found a picture. Let's see it over here. I found this picture. This is the trailer that I grew up in when they first bought it, before they put it where it was going to be. So that's the house I grew up in. It was pretty neat because I had never seen that picture before. So it's pretty cool to get to see that. All right. So we actually got all of the colors on our little mandala, whatever. I'm going to take a little bit more Janice, this purple, and do this middle part because I want to. So we got to use all of these groovy little colors right here. They are pretty. They're very cheerful. I like them. And I like the pictures and everything on the little palette too. 12 vibrant shades of wild, bright, and groovy shades. They said shades twice. Why'd they do that? I don't know. But anyway, there is our mandala, whatever, with all of our pretty colors. I think it turned out really nice. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed getting to see these eyeshadow palettes today. Oh, look at how pretty our Q-tips look. They're really colorful too. I'm looking forward to trying this and the Summer Vibes eyeshadow palette and the Light FX. I'm going to try that one too. And thank you so much for being here. I really hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again really soon.